Okay, boys. But I love that little corner. Anyway, I was going to try and record a video, wasn't I? It's too easily done, guys. When the weather is this good, I just want to ride. That's all I want to do. I want to feel the vibrations from the bike in my taint. That's what I want to feel. Anyway, let's try and get back on track, shall we? So I'm going to talk about aliens. I'm going to talk about space too. Yeah, because space is amazing. A lot of people don't notice that. Not enough people look up when it's nighttime. When's the last time at night when you were outside, you looked up at the stars and shit? Has it been a while? Probably has been a while, hasn't it? Next time the sky is clear, do it. Have a gander. Check out the stars and stuff. Look at the constellations, the moon, planets. It is fucking awesome. I got into a conversation on stream, I can't remember how, but somebody brought up aliens somehow. I don't really think that you can bring belief into space. Science is about what you know and what you don't know. Believing is irrelevant. So if someone says, I don't believe in aliens, irrelevant, doesn't matter what you believe. It's a factual impossibility that life doesn't exist elsewhere in the universe. Because think about it for a second. Not all life is the same. Some animals live underwater. Some live underwater in a volcanic vent where the water is hundreds of degrees, where you would immediately die, right? Some animals live in water so acidic that you would melt in it. Some animals live in the pitch black. Some animals live in the sky. Some animals live underground. Okay, life is massively different. In order to support life like us, you need a planet like this one. It's within a certain distance from a star or a heat and light source, right? Most likely a star. It needs to be within this minimum range and that maximum range to be warm and or cold enough to support life. If you're one of these people who doesn't believe in aliens, you're telling me that of the near infinite number of galaxies, that there isn't a planet like this one, a similar distance to us, a heat and light source like ours. Really? A near infinite number of galaxies, and you don't think it's likely that there's a planet like this a similar distance away from a sun like ours? Really, dude? That's like holding a blade of grass and saying there is definitely not a blade of grass very similar to this one elsewhere on the planet. Nope. It's too unique, mate. Too unique. This piece of grass is fucking special, son. All of this was created for this piece of grass. I want to quickly talk about a speech by Neil deGrasse Tyson. He came up with a really good point, man, that got me thinking. It got my brain going. Our DNA is less than 1% different to a chimpanzee. That's not the point. The point is... Sorry, I just noticed some bikers behind me. The point is that in that 1% difference between us and chimpanzees, we have language, physics, science, biology. In that 1% is arts and crafts and music and nuclear power. All this technology that we have that separates us from chimpanzees comes from that 1% difference in DNA. Imagine, just imagine for a second, out in space somewhere, there's some kind of intelligent life that's DNA is 1% different to ours, but going up the scale. Chimpanzees, us, them. In that 1%, who knows what kind of technology those motherfuckers could be capable of? Just imagine that, dude. Because people always bring up the argument, yeah, well, if there are aliens, how come we haven't seen any by now? Well, maybe we're a primitive bunch of apes and they've got no reason to come here. Who the fuck knows, man? One of the things that I find the most depressing, I'm genuinely so gutted that I am going to die before humans have the capability to travel to other planets and solar systems and shit. What I wouldn't give to see another planet. I would be one of the first people to volunteer for a space program like that, I guarantee it. But doesn't that shit just blow your mind? It has to blow your mind, right? The difference between us and chimpanzees is language, art, science, all of that shit. Imagine another species 1% different to us. Good God. So I find space fascinating, man. I often find myself just staring up at the night sky, thinking this kind of shit, just thinking what the fuck could be out there. Another thing that blows my mind about space is the size, okay? My mind was blown enough the first time I went to America, looking at 2 little points on a map and was like, holy shit, that's like 5 hours away, god damn. You know, in the UK, the equivalent distance there is like 25 minutes. Imagine that in space, dude. Whenever you look up at the sky, you're actually looking into the past, which is so creepy. I think most of us know that light from the sun takes about 8 minutes, isn't it? 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes, something like that, to reach us. The light that we see from the sun is already 8 minutes old when it gets here. That's weird. So that means that if the sun were to explode for some reason, we would already be dead before we saw the explosion. There's a mindfuck for you. And what that also means is that some of the things that we look up to in the night sky could already have exploded millions of years ago. But we have no idea because we can't see it yet. Baffling. So every time you look up into the night sky, you're looking up into the past. You're looking at things millions and millions of miles away that are millions and millions of years old, that might not even exist anymore. That's crazy. The further you look into space, the further back in time you see. Space gives me a proper nerd boner. It really does. In case you hadn't realised. God, it's warm. It is warm, boys. Let's pull up real quick and I'll show you the rad guard. Not a bad location, is it? So, get off there. There she is. Nice clean fit. They supply you with these like foam pads here to stop the radiator guard banging the radiator and rattling and stuff. It's real nice. But the radiator itself is a twat to get to, but I don't see a single drip, so I think we're good. Yeah, beautiful. Awesome. Let's go. So yeah, space. Space and stuff. Stars and planets and things. Aliens. That's right. Yeah, maybe I had a point to make about something, but I don't remember what it was. But anyway, I guess I'm done with that one. So, as usual, people, I've been Smo. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for watching. Peace.